I mean, so obviously, I asked AI. You know what I'm saying? I always be messing with AI. Blacks were really coming up in the early 1900s, correct? And uh, listed a couple of things that I know about, and basically saying they're promoting things like food stamps or Section 8 or just all these programs. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, yeah, you're pointing to some real black Americans were indeed making major gains, but several overlapping forces. I mean, obviously, there was more than several overlapping forces, but you're building schools. I'm saying you got professionals, you got blacksmiths, you got carpenters, you got banks, in certain locations because it's still segregation. It's the Jim Crow laws. Obviously, the white assholes. This my town or whatever the hell. They're messing stuff up. A lot of times, there's definitely some fugazi stuff going around though too. Let's see. So where's our see? Okay, so then it starts, but towards the timeline, where our parents are coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like right here, 70s, 80s, the harsh drug laws, and then, but you know, like you hear the songs and stuff like that. They put that crap in the damn hood. They take it and then they put it back out there. I mean, over time, stereotypes about black poverty, violence, and dependency were promoted heavily in media. And the positive stories were just shoved under the rug. I believe that. Okay, so why it feels promoted, because I was saying it felt promoted. Band-aids, these are just band-aids. People don't address the systematic problems like the underfunded schools, lack of generational wealth, or discriminatory policy. For some, it feels like dependency is encouraged rather than long-term empowerment, which is definitely some root. You know what I'm saying? Because to be, you know what I'm saying, where you, like, you just brought on a boat over here, your ancestors, and then you gotta just work for nothing. I mean, but food, obviously, and then I think you're allowed to have kids and you know what I'm saying, a semblance of a family. I mean, obviously some of them were ripped apart, and different owners of slaves were, I'm sure, different. Um, some of them probably didn't want families together, this, that, and the third. But I would say, if your ancestors didn't go to Brazil, that's why you're here. Because Brazil, I was doing research, I don't know how long ago, probably I heard it about a year ago. I was looking it up. They got like maybe 4 million slaves. I think 500,000 came to North America, but most of those slaves in Brazil just died because they just beat them, worked them to death. Um, I think the United States, that was like breeding the slaves. So anyway, so yeah, they were rising up in the 1900s. Some got to think about what you was going through or what they had been through already, and so it's like it's coming up. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like right. It finally like at the like the turning point. It was like, all right, we're getting back. We're getting over that. And then I asked it, basically, I want you to give me a timeline longer than that, because I was talked to about Tuskegee and Noel Coolidge, which he started like a black college there. You know what I'm saying? He's a real smart dude. It seems like somebody just got him. You know what I'm saying? It almost seems like it's always like, oh hey, they're catching up, and then somebody does some janky shit to set the black people back. Allegedly. I don't know. I could see it. So the 1500s, 1600s, beginning of the slave trade. financed by Queen Elizabeth and people that own banks or something. Documented Africans arriving to English North America in 1620. These weren't just random pirates, it was London financiers and European banks. Dang Brazilians. Let's see. I'm not talking about Brazilians, I'm making a joke. Okay. Slavery in the 1700s, it's like normal, right? And then so 1776. See, it started resisting, right, to the 1800s, bans the transatlantic slaves. So slave trade was for about 200 years. It was like popping, you know what I'm saying? It was on whatever they say. And so then you start getting, they're running up to the north, you know what I'm saying? They're fighting Civil War. Just hope to God we don't be having no damn Civil War. Please, Lord, let us just get along, you know what I'm saying? Slavery is abolished with the 13th Amendment. And that's messed up. Nobody even likes the number 13. You know what I'm saying? I just, that probably, small shit like that don't matter, but I think about stuff like that. They don't even have a damn elevator 13th floor, so I don't like it already. Regardless. Okay, Reconstruction and its undoing. Freedmen's Bureau supports education and land redistribution attempts. Black men are elected to Congress. That's good. That's good. So they're you're getting way more than what you ever had right here. And so what I think that he's trying to let's see, the black community start thriving, you know what I'm saying, North Carolina, Durn, Richmond, Virginia, Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is Black Wall Street. Let's see, Du Bois helped launch the NCAA, then the NAACP, right? So the Great Migration begins. Blacks moving north, Chicago, Detroit, New York, things like that. The Tulsa Race Massacre destroys Greenwood with complicity of local government and banks. Insurance companies refuse to pay the black residents. Well, I wonder who owns the insurance companies and stuff. Alright, it's probably the banks. I wonder who owns those. Alright, so then obviously, things like the Tuskegee experiments, which, to be honest, like, you guys dang near got it because you're lucky, because you're skeptical about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, white people, just lining up for whatever, like, shoot me up, boss, do it. Nah, I don't know about all that. Anyway, so, and the war on drugs, the civil rights movement, you got Malcolm X and things like that. And obviously, everybody knows who's behind all the just taking out all these people. There's a group behind this stuff, right? And it's like, it's the left, it's the right, it's entity, and I ain't gonna say it. It's just the damn Mente or something like that. That's Latin for controlled mind, allegedly. So yeah, generational wealth gaps, land theft, redlining, I don't even know what that means. Media narratives highlight poverty, crime, welfare dependency while downplaying the centuries of systematic barriers. So your question about the boat name and the bank of the first ship, well, I don't need to know all that. But basically what I think that guy was trying to say is, if you listen to 10 minutes, ain't nobody listening to no damn 10 minutes. But I think what he's trying to say is, like, we need to talk about how we can't, you know what I'm saying, we can't dwell on that shit. We got to move forward. We got to basically preach the right things to our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You want to come up or you want to stay down. You feel me? And I always been down. I'm white, whatever, but shit, I get up every day trying to get some. And I mean, knowledge is power, so I just be trying to learn stuff. So you seen drop the gun and pick up a book, I think, and like I don't know. It really kind of do be like that sometimes. Um, but yeah, I don't think he mean like I don't think he meant any malice behind it or like, I don't think he's like poking fun or nothing. He's just basically saying like, you you can and you have the strength to do that. I think it's a thing of, it's just like a willpower. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the will to want to do it bad enough that you actually go out and pursue the goal or whatever it is that you're searching for. And then, but obviously, you're behind. You're seeing black people are behind, and that's not false. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's true. That's a truth. That is very true. And but if you start looking into money and wealth and all that stuff, it's all a game. And it's a big club. What George Carter says, a big club, and you ain't in it. I ain't in it. Nobody you know's in it. And it's only gonna get worse. So guess what? Go out and vote for somebody else next time. That's going to fix it. Psych. It's not. It's not gonna fix it. There's too big of players with too big a pull. There's families that just run that like nobody's business, and if you start making it your business, then you'll get a visit, I'm sure. So, anyways, keep your head up. It be the small things that people miss. So enjoy the little stuff. That's really what we're here for, is to love one another, you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be evil people. We got to defeat the evil people. They got to go away. So, we do win. We just got to believe hard enough to want to go and get it. So keep your head up, keep it gangster. Talk to you later, pimp.